don't take life for granted, because you never know when something will come into your life and just change it.
I was devastated when he told me that I had cancer. Your mind just start wondering, am I going to die right now or what's going on? But I just trusted in the Lord that I know that, he was going to work everything out.
When I first was diagnosed, this was just a few months ago, I was in shock because I never would have thought at 29 I would be diagnosed with breast cancer.
My diagnosis was ovarian cancer. I was diagnosed in 2015, so that makes me 7 years with no evidence of disease.
So my diagnosis was early to mid-November of last year, and I was diagnosed with HER2 cancer, breast cancer.
Started off with ovarian cancer in 2017. I had colon cancer. I had a spot on my colon in 2019. And then I had another colon cancer where Dr. Stephen Clark removed a foot of my colon. And then this year, I had lung cancer.
When you get the diagnosis of cancer, it totally stops you in your tracks, and for a minute, maybe two, you think, well, I'm going to die.
I went through 6 treatments of the devil chemo that everybody calls, and it's very cumulative. The worst treatments of that category of chemotherapy was number 5 and 6, because they were cumulative. After the 6th treatment, I thought I was just going to simply die.
You see people with cancer and they'll tell you their different stories, and some people don't have it bad. Some people go through cancer and they're like, I never lost my hair. I had chemo and I didn't lose my hair, or I had chemo and I wasn't as sick. But that wasn't my story, so you don't know it until you have to go through it, and then that brings another realm of emotions.
My life expectancy with this ovarian cancer with the BRCA gene, Dr. Kirby told me, was 3 years. This is my 6th year.
I did have genetic testing done, and all of my genetic testing came back negative. And it just rang true that I just happened to get ovarian cancer.
I go to the OBGYN every year without a beat. So, which is crazy, because last year when I went, it could have been a tumor in there. It just might have been very small, but they didn't feel anything. So fast forward a year to this year, it was something. And so I will say, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have known, because I wasn't doing my due diligence at home to necessarily check my breast.
A support network is probably one of the most important things during chemo, because you can feel very isolated. You're not doing your job, and you will find that some of your friends want to step back a little bit because they're afraid.
And I have friends that call me daily or once a week that I know are praying for me. They take me out to lunch.
It's been days when especially in the beginning, where I cried every day. I literally cried every single day. So just having that support and prayers and different things, people praying for me, and that has been amazing. I've had family and friends pray for me near and far, and so that has been what's kept me going. Because some days it's rough. Some days I'm like, I don't feel like it today.
Their life itself became much more important, and spending time with their families and not worry about everything like most people do, but embrace more your family, your friends, and just do a lot of things with them, not think about, maybe I'll do that next month or a year later, because truthfully, you may not have that time.
I enjoy my kids. When they have a game, I'm gone. I'm going to the game. Or my little one had a game. She's 5 years old this past Monday. I'm always going to be there to support my grandkids and my kids. So
I am thankful. It gave me a time of reset that I could really look at what was important to me, what I wanted my life to look like. henceforth. I hate that it took cancer for me to do that. However, I am thankful. So that chemo did that. Do I have neuropathy? Yeah, I do. Do I deal with it every day? Yep. No evidence of disease is what I focus on, and the fact that God created a job for me that I couldn't have even dreamt it. I would never have thought of myself as a chemo infusion nurse in 100 years.
I am quite familiar with HudsonAlpha, that is based here in Huntsville, Alabama, which is a tremendous organization in research.
HudsonAlpha, what you all do here is amazing because it's pivotal what you do, and you're saving lives every single day, whether you physically see it, but you are, and I can attest to that just from being diagnosed with early stage breast cancer. So it's very important.
I would tell cancer this: you didn't take me out. I'm still right here today because of the good Lord above and Dr. Tyler Kirby.
And I just continue to just live one day at a time. I mean, I can't live worrying about, am I going to be here today, tomorrow? I just continue to trust God that, He's going to make a way for me.